Hello, good afternoon. I'm doing a quick interview with an emerging comedian who grew up here in Stirling. Please welcome Paul McDougall. Hi Paul, thanks very much for coming along.
Hi there, good to be here.
How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
So you had your first show in Stirling last night. Would you like to tell us a wee bit about it?
Yeah, no, it was a really good night. I was at Riley's Pool Hall. I was supporting Stop the Clocks, Oasis tribute band, and a couple of local acts as well. It was my first gig in Stirling, so it was quite exciting. Unfortunately, none of my family could actually make it to slag them off a bit, but I got to work on my heckler handling skills as well after a drunk guy kept shouting obscenities at me, but I dealt with him fairly well.
What sort of topics do you talk about?
Mostly it's real things, but I talk about my big massive family, being the oldest of 10 kids, or when I had to go flat hunting, various other things like, street signs really get to me, or they make me laugh one way or another. My imagination runs a bit wild when I see some street signs. I did see one that said family planning clinic, use rear entrance, and that one just cracked me up because my imagination is just it's unreal at times. I saw another one as well in Liverpool that said humped zebra crossing, and that just cracked me up big time. I think the best one that I saw was in the Pentlands. I was walking across a couple of mountains and I saw this sign that was made by a farmer that just said slow lambs. And again, my imagination just get carried away. Brilliant.
So I take it this real experience stuff is basically your inspiration for your material?
It's really my only inspiration, to be honest with you. The funny stuff that people say and do, they don't know they're doing it at times, but it's funny, someone's to walk in on you when you're getting changed and they go, oh, I didn't know where to look, I've got a clue, away. That way you'll see nothing. I got a lot of inspiration from comics as well. I went to see Billy Connolly live, Lee Evans, and a lot of them obviously give a lot of inspiration for where they've come from and how far they've gone.
So what is it that you do when you're not doing comedy shows?
When I'm not sort of writing or anything, I like to try and hang out and catch up with my mates. Don't seem to do it enough now that we're all getting older. Or I'm either on Facebook and Twitter and getting moaned at by everybody for being on it too much. Bloody internet police. But there's a lot of idiots on there as well. On Twitter, there's a guy called Mark Wright and his stuff keeps coming up and I hate him. And he's on the Only Ways Exits or something like that, some rubbish show. But when I see that coming up there, and I wouldn't even follow him to safety, never mind on Twitter.
I take it that kind of thing annoys you?
Yes, it certainly does.
Is there anything else that annoys you?
People? Well, no, quite a few things annoy me, but I don't know, maybe a couple of things would be screaming children on buses, smelly people on buses, kids playing dance songs from their phones on buses, One Direction, smelly cheese, people who don't say thanks when you open a door, reality TV, adverts, plain chocolate, people that say what you see is what you get, and David Cameron's face.
And is there anything that you like?
No. Not really. No, I enjoy getting out and outdoors, going hill walking with my mates and, watching the football, going to gigs, listening to a lot of music, regular stuff.
What are your plans for the future then, Paul?
Well, possibly just to do as many shows as people will have me, try and make as many people laugh as much as possible, and one day would love to write a sketch show as well.
And do you have any gigs lined up for the future?
I've got a few coming up over the next few months. There's some in Fife and then one back in Stirling as well, and I can't wait to get back because I always enjoy coming back here.
That's good. And if people were interested in following you or finding anything out about you or your gigs coming up, how would they find that out?
Well, if people want to follow me, and well, I don't mean down the street, I've only just got rid of my last stalker. You can find me on Twitter at FK8, and that's FK in the word 8, not the number. FK8's the postcode where I grew up. And you can also find me on McDougall Comedy on Facebook. On there you'll find jokes, stories, photos, dates. Come along, join, like, share, please, thanks.
Well, thanks very much, Paul, for coming along. Thanks very much and best of luck for the future.
Thanks very much, cheers.